Sapta Sagaradaache Ello Side A. The new Kannada film by director Hemanth Rao, starring Rakshit, Shetty and Rukmini Vasanth, is a soul-stirring movie with all the virtues of love storytelling of the old world. The gentle pace, the lack of underlining, and the instant connection that the film builds with the audience is a treat to watch, making this one of the best films of the year. For superstar Rakshit Shetty, this is yet another breakout from his popular image as a hero after 777 Charlie, a character as different from anything he has played on screen. And like 777 Charlie, he's again the producer of the film under the banner of Paramva Studios, now a brand of its own with the kind of backing it is providing to meaningful cinema. And then, the film belongs to Rukmini, whose impeccable portrayal of Priya as an image of a lifetime, one that will remain with you forever. We will discuss all that and more in this review of Sapta Sagaradaache Ello Side A that is playing in theatres now and is a must-watch if you're a fan of subtle, real-life cinema. The side A suffix at the title refers to the recurring theme of audio cassette that features in the film. A beautiful idea to present the initial pages of Manu's journey from 2010 and thereon as the first installment of Hemanth's two-part story. There's hardly any instance of love stories presented in two-part on screen. The Before trilogy is the only one that comes to mind. And that's because you run the risk of repeating yourselves without enough engagement for the audience. But if you can present your story as poetry like Hemanth does in the film, the engagement with the audience won't be broken. Because the emphasis is not on the content, but the feelings, like in a song where the tune can override the lyrics. It is this lyrical quality of the film that starts with its title, creating the world of the film with its reference to the audio cassettes rather than conventional tags like Part 1 or the beginning. That the idea to break Manu's journey into parts is more from a point of aesthetics and storytelling and not from a business-driven strategy that is causing the surge of sequels across industries is well understood. And this lyrical quality runs across the film, where you root for Manu and Priya to be together every second as if they are your acquaintances from real life. It is wonderful to think that Hemanth builds this relationship of his characters with the audience without any such backstory of the beginning of their love story. In fact, the bit of unnecessary element that the film has is the flashback sequence of Priya with her father, talking about her love for the sea from childhood. We are never told how the couple met, never dumped with unnecessary comic reliefs of their encounters, no subplot of Priya's music skills as she is introduced as a potential artist, and not even when they start calling themselves by their nicknames. That works as a brilliant touch to establish their love. Instead, we see Manu and Priya together from frame 1. We feel how they belong to each other, even though they are so different individuals, and experience their pursuit for the dreams they have for a future together. And that works. And it works so well that when due to a single wrong decision by Manu, all those dreams are crushed, you feel the pain inside you like something has happened to you personally. When Manu's eyes are searching for Priya when he's arrested, you too look at all the corners of the screen to have a glimpse of her. And finally, when her intertwined fingers appear, it would be difficult to shy away from a smile on your face. And that same smile might turn into a gulp on your throat towards the end of the film when Priya eventually starts surrendering to fate, like losing a dear friend from your life, like leaving behind the shelter of home. The beauty of the film is how the screenplay and scene compositions always carry the essence of the film. You walk into any scene of the film and it will connect you instantly, taking you to the world of Manu and Priya. Say for the first sequence, when Manu is driving a super costly car at high speed and Priya derails him. Manu's instinctive nature of chasing dreams fast, Priya's composed self and the eventual conflict around rash driving are all there as if in a prelude to what is coming. Or say the sequence of Manu clinging to Priya, holding her hands while waiting for his court hearing, while the other hand is tightly held by a police officer. Or that scene when Manu is listening to Priya's voice in his tape recorder with a photo of the sea stuck in front of him and then the camera zooms out to show the reality inside the space between cramped walls of the prison. Sapta Sagaradaache Ello just flows with such scenes, depicting the passion and pain of a man and a woman wanting to be together, as Charan Raj's soulful music and background score pierces through your heart. The music is indeed the soul of the film, not taking the conventional route of flat melody that's mostly the recipe for Indian love stories. Charan instead experiments a lot, trying to capture the minds of the protagonist, ranging from pain, passion, tension to surrender. There's an animation of a lighthouse in the lyrical video of Horata, and Charan's music works as a similar lighthouse to the seas of emotions of Hemanth's film. Where the music is the lighthouse, Rukmini Vasanth as Priya is the heart of the ocean. It's a performance that makes you fall in love with the character and look for similar images in real life. And yet, unlike conventional love stories, her arc and eventuality is so real that it will break your heart, but the cinematic quality goes up tenfolds. You will die to get Priya back with Manu in Side B, which, as the teaser suggests, also features Chaitra, the fiery actress from another Kannada release, Toby, that we will speak about in our next video. Chaitra is also a popular playback singer now. Coming back to this, Hemanth wraps up the first installment of his love story with a juxtaposition of the physical violence of Manu in prison with the emotional trauma of Priya in the real world, which works like a much bigger prison. The character of Ramesh Indira inside the prison and Achyut Kumar outside are similar replicas, as in contrast to Avinash and Sharat Lohitashwa, a business tycoon and a criminal, both with a blend of crime and heart. Such elements, coupled with recurring touches of the tape recorder, the conch, and the omnipresence of the sea in the background, elevates the screenplay where apparently very little is happening. We humans, as a species, are addicted to story and inclined to loving. Even when the body goes to sleep, the mind stays up all night, telling itself stories in our dreams. Sapta Sagaradaache Ello is such a story weaved in dreams, and we are eagerly waiting to fall back to sleep again with Side B releasing in the next few weeks. That is all from us today. Thank you very much for listening.